That is so cute.
We have a volunteer event here up on Mauna Kea at Halepohaku today. We're going on our 6th year now of having volunteer events like this. We started back in 2012, where we ask and invite community members to come up and help pull weeds and Malama Mauna Kea. We're focusing on fireweed and mullein in particular, just to help prevent the spread of seeds further up the hill from vehicle traffic and other users that are up on the mountain, as well as surveying for other invasive insects like ants that might be living in the root systems here at Halepohaku. So it's a lot of fun. Every year we get a couple hundred people that come up and spend a few thousand hours, and it's another opportunity to do this, and look forward to doing more in the future. The weather is it's nice, and this is pretty typical for up here. It's usually nice in the morning. That's part of the reason we come up in the morning. You almost always want long pants and long sleeve shirt. Sometimes it can be kind of breezy, but it's a good break in the weather from the sunny tropical beaches, and instead you get some sun and a little bit cooler fresh air up in the mountains here at Halepohaku, about 9,000 feet elevation.
The beautiful pu'us, these other dedicated volunteers, and that's all it takes. Yeah, I should probably be pulling weeds at my own house, but it's not nearly as gratifying. But more seriously, I became involved because the community was concerned about what was happening with UH and their monitoring of the mountain, and their being true to the lease and their obligations to that. And there were many good reasons, some excuses. But even when we looked at the good reasons as a business community, we have an obligation too. And as much as, one of the reasons was there was so much turnover in chancellors. Okay, fine. If we're such smart business people, though, we know that if we have a lot of turnover in our business, we got to pay a better attention for a while. So why hadn't we as a business community paid better attention? Had we helped these chancellors absorb, some of the chancellors were there such a short time, they couldn't have possibly even touched every study and binder that they were given to observe. So that was our involvement. Myself and other business people just said, let's go to these meetings, let's go to these hearings and see what's going on. And out of that, then we read those wonderful nighttime stories called the Comprehensive Management Plan and the EA and the EIS and whatever. And then out of that came watching Mauna Kea Management, Office of Mauna Kea Management start doing things, and they sent out an invitation to do weed pulling, and I thought, okay, it's time to put money where the mouth is, and we just started coming up here and doing it, and I absolutely love the friends I've made here. I see people in different walks of life, and you think what makes the world go round, and then you realize you don't know anything. So then you come up here to learn what's going on.
It was an open community announcement, so we have some University of Hawaii at Hilo students, just some folks that are aware of the volunteer announcements that happen to catch a news release or an email blast. We have some folks from some of the observatories up here today as well. So it's just a nice mix of community members that volunteered. There's some families with children and friends that came up as well as some of the business community. These volunteer efforts are part of the university's stewardship responsibilities on Mauna Kea that are under the Comprehensive Management Plan. We're supposed to engage the community in ways that we can. So this is one way of engaging the community and helping steward the mountain. We have an invasive species management plan that sort of guides efforts like this in removing species and non-native species, as well as we hope to be starting some restoration work. We have a few native plants growing around the corner, and hopefully in the future we can do some more native outplantings here and promote native species in university managed lands on Mauna Kea as well.
It's a beautiful day. We've never had a lousy day up here. It's been windier, so I'm grateful there's not a lot of wind. But I just hope whoever's going to see this gets bit by the same bug and comes up here and joins us. It's a lot of fun.